right, what's going on, guys? We got Alex on the show today. A real special guest. He's been in our group for, well, I'll let him go ahead and explain it. Alex, go ahead and tell us your story.
Well, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. I started this trading journey about 11 years ago. I was introduced to it by a partner of mine, and I was intrigued by it. And of course, I got into it. It was all Chinese to me. um, I tried my best to learn it. And this long story short, man, I was just paying for coaching. I mean, I was really passionate about learning this skill because I know what the end result would be if I got it down. So I paid for every indicator, I paid for every coach, every mentor, every guru I followed, and I just wasn't getting it technically. And then also personally, my trading psyche wasn't up to par. So I would be in and out of the markets. I self-proclaim myself the biggest loser. You know what I'm saying? So I would, sometimes I would catch a trade, like they say that a broken clock is right twice a day. So I would catch some good trades, of course, withdraw from the markets out of a live account. I always try to swing for the home run simply because I didn't know, where the market was going or what it was doing. And I would get in and it's going well. And I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing. Then it turns around on me. And then I get either stomped out or I get out. And then the trade goes back in the direction I was already in. I was getting very frustrated with that. And then people had all kind of terminologies and the way the market goes. And it's true and it's cool. I just still, no one could tell me when that process was getting ready to happen. I just didn't give up, man. I kept trying at it. I would go by. Then the prop firm thing came along, and I was like, okay, well, at least if I can just get past this, I got capital to make it make sense. Because having a $500 account and all of that, it wasn't going to pay the bills. Man, I was buying these prop firm challenges like crack. Like every 30 minutes, I'm blowing them. I'm blowing them. I've got broken computers. I've got holes in the wall from throwing my phone. I'm
Wow.
rushing. I'm just trying to make it. I'm over leveraging. I'm over trading. I'm revenge trading. I'm doing everything a trader's not supposed to do. Put it that way.
Right. How did you get started straight trading, first of all?
I was in the music business. I was a rapper. I had a record deal when I was like 22. So back in like '04, I got signed to Universal Records. At the time, music was my life. So I had a ball doing it. Went on a couple promo tours, met a lot of the people that people look on TV and, those were my colleagues, so I could be in the studio next to a T.I., next to Jeezy, next to Ludacris, Gucci Man, everybody. I lived in Atlanta, from like 2004 to 2010. I got out of my record deal. I stopped liking how music, I didn't like the way music was going in a direction with hip hop or whatnot. I came back home. I had a 4-year-old daughter at the time. She was 4. And I said I had to put my dreams on hold because, being a father is the most important thing to me. So I came back home and still had the music in me, but my hometown, music wasn't a good, it wasn't prepared to do what I've already been doing in Atlanta and LA and New York and everything like that. So the dream was dying down, the fire was burning out, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I didn't know what I was gonna do because like all I know is I knew I wasn't. Ever since I was a kid, I knew I wasn't gonna work a job for real. That wasn't gonna be my end all be all. That I'm working somewhere and I'm gonna retire. So
Same here.
yeah. So I just didn't know what I was gonna do, man. So I ended up getting a job at a local newspaper here, and my biggest fear was someone spotting me at the workplace. you know, so on my very first day, man, my very first day, I get there at 6 in the morning. They're walking me to my cubicle, and a young lady shouts out, "I thought he was a rapper." So it killed me. It killed me out. But at the same time, I had to feed my daughter, and I had to, do something. So I stayed
Right.
there for about 6 months, but the music kind of picked back up. So I actually had a supervisor that was a fan of mine and didn't know what I looked like. And he was coming out with a magazine, a local hip hop magazine. So he was my supervisor. He would let me still go to LA and stuff sometimes and write for other people and would give me like time off without getting fired. So that was pretty cool. So then the music bug kind of jumped back in. My cousin had got a deal with Interscope Records. So I was back in the music again. Now it was his time to shine. So I wasn't making any money. We was just helping writing the records, doing whatever we needed to do, what they did for me when I had my deal. Still, I had to make some money, man, and I couldn't go to work and do music at the same time. You have to be 100% locked in when you're doing this stuff the real way. So after the tour and everything, like I came back to Atlanta around '08 and then stayed there for about 2 more years. So I came back. Once again, I was like, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Ended up getting another job. And it was like 80 hours a week, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, making mufflers for Nissan and stuff like that. And that was killing me. And I was distressed, man. Like, what I'm saying? I'm like, what can I do? And then back home, either you work the job at Ford or GE or some of the big companies here, or you sell drugs. I didn't want to sell drugs again. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do that. I know where that would get me, and you can't make a career out of it. So I just didn't know what I was going to do, man. And I ended up bumping into a homegirl of mine who got into network marketing. It was a company called Wake Up Now that everybody knew about back in the days. I joined Wake Up Now, was going to all the conventions and the meetups and everything out of town and whatnot. And I started getting around a lot of more entrepreneurs that looked like me and was my age, and they were doing all kind of stuff. So from that, it trickled. It was like a domino effect. From Wake Up Now and network marketing, I started bumping into people who were trading. Well, I had a guy, a friend of mine. He was like, "Yeah, we day trade." I'm like, "What do you mean day trade?" He's like, "Yeah, we trade and we trade." And I was like, "Okay, so how do I get into that?" And I was like, "I don't have enough." I was blind to the fact. I'm like, "I don't have enough money for that. I'm not a stock guy." And he's
Right.
like, "No, man, we trading foreign currencies and yada yada yada." So we used to meet up. A guy would come to my house and show me how to technical analysis and all of that stuff. And he was killing it. He was only like 19, 18 at the time. And he was killing it. And I still couldn't grasp the information, but I was like, I got to do something. So another young partner of mine, we was both getting into real estate wholesaling. And I started doing that. I caught on to that real quick. So I was like, okay, I really want to do this real estate thing. But this trading thing, this is like the gas for everything I want to do. This will fuel everything that I want to do. I'm very ambitious. So I'm like, I would go do other things and then I come back to trading. But every time I came back to trading, I was still the biggest loser. You know what I mean? So um then the
I
uh
do.
the network marketing trading companies start coming out. So then they're like, we got IML, we'll teach you how to trade. You can just push the button. I'm like, oh, bet. This is a step closer, in my journey. That stuff was still complicated. And then it turned into basically people were, I was in there literally for the education, and everybody was really just trying to recruit more people. And I got sick of the network marketing aspect of recruiting and trying to get people to join and all of that stuff. So I tried to take as much advantage as I could of the educational part of it to learn
Right.
and get on the lives every day and everything like that. And I still wasn't getting it. And I mean, I can retain information very well, but everybody has their own way of teaching. Some people know what they know, but don't know how to teach it. And I just start learning a lot but I start learning everything around trading, psychology, and being patient and everything. I'm hearing things that I like to hear to better myself, but I'm still not making the money. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm past the companies, I'm past the these so-called educated gurus. How do I make the money? Like, what is step one, step two, step three? And I spent 11 years trying to find that, man. You
Let
know,
me ask you,
Mhm.
what was the hardest thing about trading when you first started?
Learning when to get in,
Hmm.
learning when do I buy or sell. You know, because you'll see some candles going, and this thing I'm on the 1 minute chart.
Oh no, not the 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm on the 1 minute chart. And I'm okay. I push the buy. I see two green candles, and this thing shoots down five, six candles red. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So then I get out immediately and push sell. Goes right back up to the buys. I'm like, man, what? I'm blown in the count. So you hear the sound nobody wants to hear. Brrr. Boing.
Right
You
on
know what I'm saying?
MT4.
Yeah, MT4. So I'm like, what did I just do? And then I look at it, then people are like the hour chart. And then, I'm like, so when do I get in? And then you see everybody's success, everybody's, oh, they're crushing it. They're crushing it. I'm like, okay, so I watched your whole video. I watched you say what you're saying, but I realized you can't even tell me when you're getting in. I mean, it was a high educated guess, but you know, they were losing. They were winning, of course, but they were losing too. And we know everybody loses. You can lose a trade, but they couldn't tell me why they lost because they didn't know why they lost. It was
Yeah,
just a bad guess. It was just a bad guess. And I couldn't, as much as I tried to wrap my head around, okay, it was just a bad trade. I messed up somewhere. But how do you know where you messed up if nothing told you where you messed up? I mean, you don't know why I mean, market structure is great. You can kind of see what may happen, but you still don't know when. And
right.
that was my biggest challenge. Like, when do I get in here so I can make some money? And then the second one was, when do I get out after I'm making some money? Because now I get in, I'm happy, I'm finally seeing the plus symbol and some money. I want to stay in it for life. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
this thing is about to go, because the only reason why I feel like it was about to go is because I finally got it right. So it's got to work for me now. And then next thing you know, that thing turns right around in a pullback, and you know what I'm saying, or continuation. I didn't know anything about continuation pullbacks, and people would talk about it, but like I said, they would just give you a high level overview. They didn't dig deep into what a pullback was, you know. But at the end of the day, once I knew all of that, I still didn't know when.
Yeah.
And then
So let me
then the complicated candle patterns and all of this stuff. I was like, yo, this is a lot. I should have just went to college. You know what I'm saying? I should have just went ahead and took my ass to college, man. You
so
know.
with all that going on and you trying to figure out this thing trading, you know it works,
Hmm.
right? You know it works. You see people, closing their profits, showing the results. You've had your good results. Who or what introduced you to the cheat code?
Okay. Now we get to the meat and potatoes. So uh my guy, shout out to Ontarian Hawkins, man. We've been dealing back and forth online with trading stuff, of course, for a few years. And I've bought a lot of stuff that he's affiliate marketed, all kinds of stuff. Cause I mean, he's a good dude. I trust him. So
Right.
he comes to me and he inboxed me like, bro, I got an indicator that's sick. I'm like, okay, what is it? And I got my eyes rolled, but not with him per se, but just what he's promoting. I'm like, okay, what's this one you got? I bought everything else, so what is this one? And
Yeah.
he said it's called the cheat code. So the name already sparked the interest. I'm like, okay, somebody was smart enough to call it something worth, enticing to look into it. You know what I mean? He said,
Yeah.
man, this thing literally tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. I'm like, is it a bot? He's like, no, it's not a bot. I said, so what is it? He says, an indicator. So I automatically have my questions off the hip shooting. Does it repaint? Does it lag? Does it do what, man? What? I'm through with the indicators, man. I got 95 indicators on my chart now. My shit looks like a Christmas tree. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, nah, bro, this is all you need. This is all you need. I said, no more. He said, it comes with everything. It's like a 4-part thing. I'm like, okay, how much is it? He's like, man, it's like $57 a month. I'm like, no way. Nah. And if it's the Holy Grail, it's too cheap. I'm like, but I'll take a look at it for $57. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
think he showed it. He did a live one day. He showed it. I'm like, okay, that looks very simple. I can get down with that. So I didn't even know it was just called a video traders cheat code. So I was Googling and went in YouTube, boom, your videos pop up. I bought it, and it's like I said, I'm gonna put this in my back pocket because I got to get back to this trading thing. I'm back at it again. I'm never gonna quit. So I'm like, hey, what's $57? I done paid this guy 3,000. I done paid this thing 800. I done paid 199 a month to be over here. So what's $57 a month? I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this real quick. So at the time I was just now launching my Amazon FBA store. So this was what, October of 2024. And I kept it in my back pocket, but I found your channel and I would just watch the videos and I'm like, it can't be this simple. It it can't be. So let me watch another video. Let me watch another video. Let me watch another video. And like you were consistently saying the same exact thing every time. So then I go ahead and just put it on my trading view and start looking for myself. And I was just going back and back and back. And I'm like, dang, this thing is, so I would look at your video, pause it, timestamp certain things, write stuff down, go look at my chart. And then I would make my chart look exactly like your chart. You know what I'm saying? Everything he's doing, I'm
Right.
gonna do. So I keep looking at it and I'm like, yo, this may be it. This may be it. And I said, well, I'm gonna watch a couple more videos, but I gotta see the hiccup. Where's the hiccup? Where's he gonna blame the market while when he's doing a presentation and he's live or something and something goes the other way or something like that? And I was waiting for you to be like, well, sometimes the market can screw you out of a position and the market can do this to you. So it didn't work right here, but it works most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to hear that because everything else I bought, literally, like I said, I was telling you, like one person even said it's better to lose on a good trade than to win on a bad trade. I'm like, anytime I win, it's a good trade. What do you mean? So here I am, mind screwing myself. Like it was in the right spot, it was the right trade, but it tapped out, and I made a good trade. I said, I can't tell my wife that I made a good trade, but I didn't make any money. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense, man. So
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'm on video 30 and you have it and everything's still the same every time. I'm like, yo, this okay, let me get one of these prop firm challenges real quick and put it to the test. So in the midst of me still blowing now this is where it gets to the do you have another question or do you want me to keep going?
No, but he going.
Okay, so this is where it gets to the nitty gritty. Like, so the cheat code, I'm following the rules. I'm like instantly in profit on trades. Every trade I used to get into, I'm in drawdown for like an hour and a half. You
Yeah.
know, I'm looking at the chart all day, hoping that I don't blow the account. I'm nervous as shit. Excuse my language. I'm biting nails and heart's racing, and
Right.
I'm doing a whole lot of hoping. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole
Yes.
lot of hope going on. I hope this thing goes into profit. I hope it does. Because so I the cheat code, I'm like, okay, he said do this XYZ step 1 2 3 4. I get in, and just the fact that I instantly got into profit was crazy. And it wasn't $8 and it went back to -$20. I was in profit $400, $500, $600. I'm like, oh snap, what's going on?
Yeah.
And okay, so I'm like, now I got the video on while I'm going. So then I'm like, okay, this thing works. So I call Terry. I'm back like, man, thank you. Thank you for I'm gonna go to the moon with this thing.
Yeah.
Um, kept trading, but I was still blowing accounts. Why? Because it was me. So sometimes I was getting in, everything looked good, and I wasn't waiting on the confirm. I was getting in on the CC, figuring that I know charts a little bit now and I can get in early, and I blow the account because it wasn't ready yet. And it went back the other
Right.
way and it wasn't ready. Like another CC sale pops up, then another CC sale pops up. I'm like, man, he didn't tell me all this, man. He didn't tell me all this, but what you did say was CC sale, you get in on confirm, sell, or buy. So then I tapped myself out 10, 11, 15 times because I'm like, I'm going to get it on this one. Here's another CC sale. I'm going to catch this whole move. Kept getting tapped out. Then when I'm tapped out, I go look at the market and now I'm ready to throw the phone again because the trade goes excellently, perfectly, precisionally the way it was supposed to go. So I'm like, why didn't I wait? So the cheat code, you know, opposed to already it being a sound, accurate, technical tool, it's also a self-reflection. It's like a mirror. It shows you who you are as a trader. It shows you what you're doing wrong. So that's the main thing. When I would lose for the last 11 years, I
Right.
didn't know why I was losing. You know what I mean? I didn't know why I was losing. There were no rules. It was just you gotta follow this and the lower highs and higher lows and all that's cool. But okay, I see this lower low coming and I'm ready to get back in so I can get back to this next higher high. But it was actually reversing. Now it's just going all the way down. It's a continuation going the other way. It's a reversal. How do I know which is which? So the cheat code, every time I would lose, I know why I did. Because
Let me
I'm like,
ask
you
you.
know what? Go ahead.
Let me ask you. What impressed you the most about the cheat code and about the system?
The simplicity of it, for
Hmm.
starters. It was simple. It was, I mean, a third grader can do it.
Yes.
If they can play GTA and Minecraft and Roblox and do all of that stuff, you can definitely trade with the cheat code. And that's what I've been looking for the last 11 years. It was the simplicity. I'm like, well, what else do I got to do? And I'm like, okay, he keeps saying the same thing, so it must be what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be that. And you didn't pull up a Fibonacci not once. You didn't mark up a chart with a million lines. You didn't talk about a morning star or doji and all of that. You said none of the stuff I've been hearing for the past 11 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so what did he do? And then I'm looking, like I said, when you back test it and just look, you didn't have to start it over and let it run and say, see, it can do this. You just gotta go scroll back and see that every move is being made is precisionally on point. And it's like, okay, it was the simplicity of it, man. Like they caught my attention. Like, if this is all I gotta do, then it's getting ready to go crazy.
Yeah. So let's talk about your strategy and how you approach the market. What's your favorite strategy that I show the community how to use? Because you've been
Um,
killing it right now. You've been killing it big time. This guy is a monster in the markets. He's taking all the money, guys.
yeah, I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to get it out. I really love, I'm a scalper because I don't like the swing trade because I mean, of course I'm with a prop firm, so I can't keep trades in, all day. But,
Right.
so I scalp and I love the ORB and I really love the bread and butter. Um,
Hmm.
and I love just the actual CC sale confirmed. Like that gets me every time. I get pumped. So I love those strategies because I can ride the whole market for as long as I want to stay in it. If I catch a trend trade, I'm gonna catch that thing all the way down. I see my high probability spikes, and I'll let the group know that, hey, y'all, bread and butter loading on Nasdaq.
Right. You,
It's
yeah.
loading, and I'm getting ready for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the high probability spikes. I'm happy because I'm already in this trend trade, and then I get out, and then I'll get out a little early, and I'll just wait. And then the ORB, when you explained a little bit more to me how it works, the way you have it set up, like it killed the day on gold this morning. My guy wasn't even in the trade yet, but he watched it. He said, "Can I get in now?" I said, "No, I wouldn't get in now. It's getting ready to turn around because you see the spikes are popping up." You know what I'm saying? And gold melted today. So that ORB is like, I don't know, it's just like that's my quick shooter. I can go in there and grab some good money real quick. And then
Yeah.
the bread and butter, I love it because I look forward when you told me it happens every day on golden indices, like I look forward to it every day. So I don't care what time it comes or whatever. I just know when I see my spikes and my CC buys or sells, I'm just sitting on my hands and I'm waiting and super duper confident, man. Like I'm confident. I've never walked away like 900 in drawdown. I mean 900 because I have a big account to clarify that for people. So it's $150,000 account. So I'm like
Yeah.
900 in drawdown, which is nothing,
Right.
and I can walk and talk to my wife in the room or go make some food real quick and come back and now it's like 1700 in profit. Like if I'm 900 in the hole, I'm sitting there in front of that screen, blinking, eyes watering, scared to death. Like, do I get out? Do I get out? Do I get out? I'm that much confident knowing, oh, okay, okay. I can go outside, go to the car real quick, grab my charger or
Yeah,
something like that, come back, oh, 2,000 in profit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I'm
yeah,
like, and it's so accurate that where of course when you're dealing with these challenges, you got consistency rules. I'm finishing, I'm getting everything I need before the trade even really gets busy.
yeah. How many prop firms have you passed so far since having the cheat
Uh,
code?
since having a cheat code with Take Profit Trader, I want to say I've passed. And now, well, actually, let's start recently. I just passed a 5 account challenge last night.
Hmm.
550K challenges. So I'm a $750,000 funded trader.
We gotta clap it up for that right there. 750K. Let's go.
Yeah, man. And did that, I was gonna come in this morning and finish it off. I went in last night. I'm at like $200. I said, let me take a little edge off. We got a little 200 in there. I had like 3,500 to go. And I came back in, it was at 900. I put a post in the group, said little nightcap. And then here comes the bread and butter. It pops up. I said, me and you had just got off the phone, like around 11. I
Yeah.
said, oh man, I gotta take this. So I took it, $3,500. I actually passed. I said, well, I'll go ahead and
Yes.
take care of it now then. Let me go ahead and take care of it now. Why wait till the morning? Let's take care of it now at 11 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
So I took care of that. So with the cheat code, I have passed literally, I've passed that 150K challenge about 19 times.
Wow. That's
And
amazing,
like
man.
and like I said, it was on me when I had to, like the cheat code humbled me because I was trying to rush to beat it so
Yeah.
bad. Like once I passed, I was trying to rush to get to that $4,500 threshold. And I was over leveraging, and I asked you about that. And you showed me, brought me back down to earth. And ever since then, I've just been trading conservatively. So these last contracts, these last challenges, I've been passing with 1 to 2 contracts because the trade actually did its thing. And I thought the one contract was going to take me too long, but the trades are so beautiful that that one contract will get you $4,500 a day, or
Every time.
yeah,
Every
you feel me?
time.
So yeah, I've passed. Like when I was telling my guy about it, I video screen recorded my phone, and I showed
Hmm.
him. I went to pass test in my Take Profit Trader, and it said 150K pass, 150. I just kept scrolling. At that time, it was 12. It was 12 of them. He said, "You passed that many challenges?" I said, "Yeah, and I do it in 2 days. I do it in 2 days. I make $4,500 a day, and I'm out. And then I
Yes.
trade micros for the next 3 days for the minimum trading days, so I could pass them in 2 days. Once again, I just did it again. I just passed 5 in 2 days.
Yes. He's not playing around either.
I'm not.
And getting payouts. You just took your son where?
Orlando. We went to Orlando for his fall break. We kicked it. We had a good time. Hotel, like the money didn't matter what was going on. I could spend it. It was just me and him, guys trip. And
Nice.
I just withdrew $4,800 because I passed a one challenge. This is how I got the 5. I passed one, and on the day I went live, you're supposed to make the 4,500. I'm at work. I'm telling the guys at work it's a 7 a.m. I'm seeing the bread and butter loading though, right? The bread and butter is
Oh, what,
loading.
what what pair? What pair?
Nasdaq. The
Nasdaq.
bread and butter
Okay.
is loading. The bread and butter is loading. So I'm telling my guys because they'll always see me with my phone, like, man, what do you be over doing? You over getting that money? And really, I'm over passing challenges every day, but blowing them once they go live. But for some reason, this day I said I'm going to chill. So about 9:45, because we got off work at 11 o'clock. We got off early that day. I'll never forget this day. It's my first time I paid, passed, and got paid. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I make 10 grand that day. 10
Beautiful.
grand. And the trade shuts off. I'm like, oh man, is it news? What happened? What did I do? I blew it. And I get an email and it says, "Congratulations, Alex. You had an exceptional day. You've made $10,000." I'm like, they said, "We're going to upgrade you to the Pro Plus account." I said, "Oh my goodness. I just made 10 grand today in like a course of an
Yes.
hour and a half." I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm going crazy. So, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna withdraw. They had to keep 5,000 for your threshold. So I withdrew the other 5. 80%. I got $4,800. I took that money and said, okay, let me go spend 1,000 and go buy four more, you know, and I end up
Right.
blowing my other account. I had a bad trade because I pushed buy instead of sell, or something like that, and walked away with my confidence. It came back and I blew it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I used to be like tore up about that stuff. So I was like, okay, well, from this investment that I have from the markets, this 4,800, I already put some to the side to retest anyway. So I I went back and got five whole accounts together now. And like I said, this passed those last night.
Yeah. On a scale between 1 to 10, how confident are you now in your trading using a system?
I give it about a
Before
15.
he said a 15. Yeah.
Yeah, like I literally will place my trade, man, and walk away. No stop loss or nothing. Like
Wow.
that's no stop loss, and especially when you told me when the retest on the shifts opposed to the ORB. The ORB I pretty much watch because I just want to get a couple candles and I get out. And
Right.
sometimes it takes off, but it's like at first I used to overtrade because if I got out too early and the trade continues, I used to get mad and try to get back in. But now it's just like I'll just wait for the next one. See, back in the days, I didn't know what a setup looked like, so I couldn't. I would get back into those trades so much because I'm like, it's going. I got to get it because I don't know when the next time is going to be a good one. I didn't know.
Chasing trades. Chasing trades.
Yeah,
You stop
yeah, I'm
chasing.
chasing. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, it
chasing.
became
So
a hunter.
now, yeah, now
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, you tell me when it's time to eat, and the cheat code tells me it's time to get your fork and your knife out, man, and get my napkin. I tuck my napkin in. I got my coffee, and I just push the button, man, and then I do it, and then I get out and I tell the family about it. I tell the community about it, like, hey, y'all, I'm done.
Yes.
It be before the opening bell hits. I'm already done. You
Yeah.
know, so I can't
Yeah.
wait till this thing is live. I go live Tuesday. Oh man, it's gonna be probably a 50K week, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. We hitting 50K next month for sure. That's the
Yeah,
goal right there. 50K next month.
yeah,
Easy breezy. Yeah. Man,
easy.
I
And doing it so like we're just making 1,000 a day. Like I'm making 4 and 3 and 1,000 a day easy. That 50K can come with just making like $1,000 a day. You
yes.
know, and we could do that on accident with the cheat
Yes.
code. You could, I mean, like nothing better than that on the market ever. I don't see
Thank
anything
you.
touching that, man. I don't
Thank
see
you. I
nothing touching
appreciate
it.
that, man. I appreciate
Oh
that.
man, you get all the flowers, bro. Like for real, man. Like you have created. I was telling my dude today, man. I said, dude, the cheat code is a phenomenal title for it. I said, but I got so many AKAs for the cheat code. It's pitiful. I call it the Oracle. I call it Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the Underground Railroad to freedom now. I'm no longer a slave to the
Mhm.
markets, man. Like I
Yes.
tell the market that I'm coming in here and I'm eating like my confidence is through the roof. Like my
I
wife
can
sees a
tell.
difference. She sees a
I can
difference in
tell.
me because usually I sit there and I'm quiet looking at the markets, my foot's tapping. Now I get up like, all right, babe, have a good day at work. I sit down, I got my music playing, I got my Vinny music playing, I got some cool music playing. I get in here, I look left, I look right at my screens. Oh, that looks
Yes.
good. Click. Oh, goes doing that. Click. And I just sit there and I'm like, all right, that looks like it's about 35, 4,500. I get out. Like
Yeah,
it's
it
like
makes it
going to
simple.
work now. It's like going to work,
Yeah.
man. It's like I'm gonna go to work. I know what to do every day I go. I'm gonna do the same thing every single day.
Let me
And
ask
that's
you,
what
what
makes it
advice would
beautiful.
you give to the community, and what advice would you give to new people who are looking to get started in trading?
Follow the rules.
Mhm.
Follow the rules. There's nothing different. There's no magic beans. There's no change your settings and tweak them a little bit. Do
Mhm.
exactly what Vinny is instructing you to do with the cheat code. You will profit and you will be consistent and you will learn who you are by using this tool. It will make you instantly a better trader because you'll stop fighting. your old habits. The cheat code is going to tell you every time what you did wrong
Yeah.
if you choose to pay attention. So like all I I hashtag follow the rules. Just
Yeah.
follow the rules. It's
Right.
simple, man. It's so simple that now it's like I don't know, man. I'm that guy now with trading. Like you can't tell me nothing. If I didn't have my cheat code, it's
Yeah.
like people who can't find their phone. I'm not going to touch the charts. I'm not. If my Trader View subscription happened to somehow my card decline, I'm not making a trade until I pay a Trader View bill. I'm telling you that now because I literally can't live without it, man. I'm not trading without that thing ever.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I
Yeah, man.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Well, I want to say thank you for sharing your story. Maybe what we can do later on is maybe get on the chart and you can show people your favorite setup, your the bread and
Oh yeah.
butter,
Oh yeah.
because that bread and butter strategy is boy.
Yeah. Hey, when you said on your videos, now with this, you can guarantee it to happen every day on golden indices. I blocked out the rest of the video almost. I had to go back and listen to it again. I'm like, hold on, every day. So that made it. It's like, okay, you got a simple system, and then you tell me I got a certain setup I'm gonna get every day on
Every day it
pay
happens.
on pairs that pay like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. So I sit and wait for that every day. I wait for
Yeah.
my bread and butter.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, like I said, all the stuff that I heard and the mumbo jumbo I was fed about, well, don't try to trade New York and London. You're over trading. You can't over trade with the cheat code if you're following the rules. You're
Yes.
just, I mean, if someone usually hands you $1,000 at noon, you're not going to take the $1,000 at night. You're like, no, I only take my $1,000 at noon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
no, I'm gonna take it when it's given to me. You know what I mean? So I
Yes.
take it every time it's given to me. I go take it. Because at first my wife like, you said you want to go stop trading. You said you're gonna stop, and she was right. I should have stopped because I still didn't know when the next setup was coming and all of that. The cheat code, like she usually like, why are you trading this late at night? Or why are you? I'm like, she don't say anything now.
Yeah.
I'm over winning. I'm over winning, and I don't even jump up and down anymore. I'm just over like it's like an inside. You ever heard of cereal frosted mini wheats?
Yeah.
You know how the commercial they be like the wheat side of me, he's like kind of dull, but on the inside, the frosted part, he's like, yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I'll be having frosted mini wheat sessions. Like I'm cool, I'm wheat on the outside, but on the inside, I'm frosted. Like I'm like, man, I'm like, Vinny is crazy for this. He's a genius, man. Like for real. Like
Man.
and when I talk to people and try to tell them about it, and some people just be like, they don't even take a look. They be like having egos. I'm like, dude, you just don't know. So for anybody else who is a great trader, you will be an exceptional trader if you get the cheat code. I don't care who you are, how long you've been trading, how much money you have made. There's, I mean, I do not have an ego when it comes to something being more simple than what I've already been doing. And if
Right.
you're great with naked charts or however they do what they do, if they have the cheat code, I mean, they'll probably ban you from the SEC or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure out how not to make so much money that they come looking for me. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
that dope, man. It's that dope. And it hasn't failed me yet. Only
Hmm.
time you lose if you're using a cheat code, you didn't follow the rules. You
Correct.
over leveraged or you didn't look at if it's above or below the 47. You hopped in on the CC instead of the confirm. You hopped in on the divergence instead of the confirm, or you hopped in on the confirm without a CC behind it. It was just a small pullback and you hopped in. If you follow the
Hmm.
rules, you will win every single day.
Man, you got it down pat, boy. You not playing around when you say you watched all my videos.
Bro, I
You
watch
got
them.
it down
I watched it. I fell asleep to it last night. I watch it and put my earbuds in and I fall asleep to it. It stays in my head. I wake up, I might be like break and retest, break and retest,
pat.
break and retest. CC sell, confirm buy. CC sell,
Right.
confirm sell. Like you got to do that. I mean, because it's so simple. So why not the repetitiveness of it? It's like I said, if you work a job, they're gonna train you for a week or two, and they're gonna show you how to do it, and then it's gonna become routine. So I'm gonna watch the
Yes.
videos, and thank God you give these videos for free and then, because I was like, okay, I got to be missing something. I'm waiting for the Now click here and pay 5,000 and I'll teach you something else. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm waiting for the hook. Remember I told you I'm waiting for the hook. So what costs 10 grand to get with you, man? And you know,
Hmm.
what am I missing? Because you giving all this away for free. It can't be all this. No, it can't be. So,
Yeah,
you know, you just happen to be one of those people, man, that the universe, you know, I know the world, I know that life would treat you good, man, for sharing something like this with people, man. Like it's literally when I say something has changed my life, I haven't said that in a long time, man. Like this has changed my life. I finally got trading down. I'm good.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good
I
now.
appreciate that because I tell people that in the video. I said this will change your life if you
Yeah,
follow the rules. Because
yeah,
I'm not one who's big on psychology because I feel like no matter how positive you are, if you're trading in the wrong direction, you're going to lose. I don't care
yeah.
how positive you are. You
Right.
have to know where the market is going and just get in front of where it's already going, and you will profit from the market. Simple.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's what I think every single person has been missing. You know, like we just don't know when. You know,
Yeah,
you don't know when. And like now, I don't have to know why. I don't care why it's reversing. I just know when
yeah,
it is. I don't care if
yes,
FOMC said this, Donald Trump said that, CPI, CMI. I don't care about none of that anymore. As long as I know, y'all can talk about that stuff in your meetings and all of that stuff. I
yes.
just know if it's the news at 8:30, I'm not getting in at 8:29. I'm not getting in at 8:30. By 8:32 though, 8:33, I got some confirmations and I'm following the rules. I'm going in. I don't care what's happening. I just know when
Yes,
I'm supposed to make the money. And that's all I want to know, man. You know, I don't want to know why it went this way. I don't care.
right. That's beautiful, man.
Non-farm payroll. I don't own a farm. I don't care about that or the payroll. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. What are you gonna give me my payroll? I just want my payroll. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
right.
oh, confirm buy, CC buy. Let's go. Let's go get some money real quick. Oh,
Well, thank you,
I
man, for your whole story and sharing your strategy and your testimony with the people. This is
sharing your
really going to be
strategy, man.
enjoyable.
Your strategy. I'm just following suit.
I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But it's your story, and because I wanted to see that it not only it works for me, but it works for our community.
Mm-hmm.
And I just try to make trading as simple as possible.
Yeah.
But let the people know where they can follow you at, contact you.
Instagram at Smithwill23. That's SMITWILL 23. I don't post that much, but for the trading community, you know, I love showing results and everything like that
Right.
because I mean this thing really works, man. Like it hasn't failed me yet, and I'm confident. Like you said, every day I've been posted in the group. Like I can actually feel good and say, yeah, I'm killing their ass. I'm killing it right now. I feel good about it. Like I've never been as successful trading in my life
Yeah,
ever.
you are. You're tearing it up. I gotta say, you're tearing it up, man. Big time.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks to you, man. Salute, man. For real.
All right, I'd like to interrupt this video, guys, to let you know about Hero FX. This is a broker, and they have a new account type called the Hero 10X account. It is 10 times better than any prop firm out there. Here's the reason why. Because what they do, you can instantly 10x your trading account. So if you put $100 into this broker, they're going to give you $1,000 of real trading capital. If you put $500 into this trading broker, they're going to give you $5,000 in trading capital. If you put $100,000 into this broker, they're going to give you $1,000,000 in trading capital. Okay, you get this instantly. You can withdraw 24/7. My withdrawal came within minutes. I have a video on my YouTube that'll show you that I was able to make a withdrawal from this broker instantly. Another thing is that you keep 100% of the profits. And the only rule that they have is they have a static drawdown, which is 10% of the account. Okay. Now, again, there's no rules. You trade your way. There's no limits. There's no limits on news trading, weekend trading, lot sizes. You trade however you want to trade with no restrictions. Okay. This is a no brainer because when you have more capital, that means you can trade with bigger lot sizes, and that means more and bigger profits. Okay. So again, if you want access to this broker, the link will be in the description below.